Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Hello everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live. And thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. Welcome to our Monday night live broadcast, which is all about the astrology of the week and a tarot oracle reading for the week. There's a lot going on. There's a lot happening this week. So to stay tuned, because I'm going to go over what's actually going to be leading up to what's happening this week that's literally leading up to this intense eclipse, total lunar eclipse in the sign of Scorpio. Welcome in, Lynette. Welcome in, Jeanette. Thank you guys for being here. And those of you that are not in the chat, hello. And if you want to say hello and for me to see your name, then make sure that you say it in the chat. So before we go into the astrology, because I'm going to give it a moment for some people to come in. Hello, Maria. Welcome. I want to share with you some of the fun things that are going on. So we have tomorrow night, I'm going to be going live with a couple of friends of mine. And we're going to be telling you all about a workshop, a special workshop that we're going to be doing for facial skin care. There's this ancient technique called gua sha, and it is basically lymphatic drainage for your face. It's like a facial massage, and learning how to do facial massage on yourself. We're going to share some techniques, and at the workshop we're going to share, there's this amazing product that we recommend that we'll talk to you guys about, and then I'm going to talk about the astrology of what's happening when we do the workshop. So tomorrow night, what we're going to do is just introduce the topic of the workshop and let you guys know what we're going to be doing in more detail. And then I'm going to release the sign up link if you want to sign up for the workshop. The workshop is going to be free. So if you're new, come check it out. And if you're not new to gua sha, come have some fun with us. Hello, Boo Barth, and hello, Stephanie. Welcome in. So that's the first thing that's happening this week. Let's see what else is happening. We are still running our 30-day cleanse. The cleanse begins on May, at the end of May. I think it's the very last day of May. I think it's the 30th, but let me just double check. It starts on May 30th, and which is a new moon. It's I believe the new moon in Gemini. So it's going to be really cool. But for 30 days, we are going to be cleansing our body, cleansing with doTERRA products, cleansing with essential oils, cleansing with, hello, Dawn, welcome in, cleansing with the healthy eating and just taking care of ourselves. So if you're ready for a little reset for your body, that's how I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it as a reset for my body to really clean out my digestive system and basically the whole, the whole enchilada, so that I can make sure that I stay healthy throughout the year and all that stuff. So that's just one little tiny bit of how cleansing can help your body. So if you want to join us, let me know, send me an email. I will send you all the details. And if you were at the workshop that we did, the Zoom call that we did to tell you guys all about it, and you missed it, let me know and I can send you the replay so you can watch that, and then let us know if you're going to be joining us. I also sent you guys an email, so if you were at that workshop, make sure that you respond to the email and let me know if you're going to be joining us and what's the plan. If you're interested or if you have questions, that's how to stay in contact with me. And of course, I have in June 13th, we have our first ever live event in Sedona, Arizona. It is a full moon in Sagittarius on that day. And we're going to be gathering in the morning. We're going to be doing a hike to one of the powerful vortexes in Sedona. And then we'll break for lunch. And then in the afternoon into the evening, we are going to gather again and have a sacred ceremony. This event is entirely outdoors. There's going to be hiking. So, make sure that you are physically capable of hiking. Not an easy hike, definitely not going to be an easy hike. And it'll be about, I'm thinking probably 3-mile round trip. So like 2 hours of hiking. So just make sure that the evening ceremony is just going to be like an 8-minute walk to the location. So that's going to be much easier, more accessible for everyone. But we will be coming down at night with our flashlights. So you have to remember that if you are going to be coming, that there's these like things that you need to think about. We're going to be hiking back down for those 8 minutes in the dark, which is awesome. It's like an adventure, but I'm so excited to do this event for the very first time, like my own event that I'm hosting. And to sign up for the event, I believe there's a link in the description. I'm going to double check because I may have not put it in here. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. All you have to do is basically go to the courses webpage or to my website. I'm going to add it, but I'm going to add it before the video is over. But if you go to courses.channelforgrace.guru, which is the link that's under the Aquarian astrology stuff, if you go to that website, you'll see it right there, or where it says join the Starseed. Anyways, I'm just going to add the correct link. I'm confusing myself right now. So that's how you get access to it. Just go to my website, channelforgrace.guru, click on online courses, even though it's not an online course. I'm hosting it there just for the simpleness of it. And then just choose the live Sedona full moon event. And then you can sign up there. So that's really exciting for me to be able to have that coming up. And yeah, I can't wait. Hello, Valerie. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Jai, can you send me the link? The link for what, Valerie? Eagle Star Jewelry on Etsy. Magical things. Ooh, and I'm getting ready I'm going to set up my own website for selling like a shop, my own shop, and connect it to my website. I've always wanted to do that, and I found a way that is very simple, and I don't really have to change anything. Etsy will still continue to host all of my, like, the background shop manager thing. So I'm excited about that, and I am going to be putting out some new products, some new jewelry pieces on my website soon. So I'll let you guys know when that's updated. So how are you guys doing? So will you send me an email, Valerie? Will you send me an email? Because I'm not going to remember after this. Send me an email, and then we'll go from there. We'll make sure I'm understanding exactly what it is that you want. So that'll be awesome if you could do that, please. And let's just dive into the astrology, okay? But how are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling this week? I have been, holy shit, like, oh my God, I feel like I've been really purging. I've been purging a lot, and I've been releasing, I've been letting go. I have been cutting things out from my life that are just not serving me in very, very big ways. And I'm wondering if you guys are feeling that kind of same energy. We're in eclipse season. So like if this is the time where we're going to feel things are going to be heightened, we're going to feel that whatever happens feels like it's extra, you know, and that's normal for us to feel that during this time. It's also important to really listen to your intuition. So what has been going on in my personal life is that I have noticed that I'm learning, and I'm learning quickly about human design. And I knew about it like in a very kind of general sense. I just like finished reading this like entire book, and I'm gonna get ready to actually do a course myself just to make sure that I'm like really getting it down, because that's how I learn, is when I'm able to, I just absorb the information. The more that I repeat it, the more that I see it, the more that I work with it. And so I'm actually really excited. But one of the things that has been going on in my journey of diving into human design is I've been learning stuff about myself that is mind-blowing. And so because of that, I have noticed where I'm not living in my design, or where I am, sacrificing myself because of whatever belief system I have about how, about everything. Anything and everything and anything in life. And so I've seen all these places, and I've just made a decision to clear away those places where it doesn't fit my design at all, where I don't feel, where as a projector, where I don't feel recognized, and for whatever reason. And honestly, like none of it is personal, none of it really. What it is me experiencing and understanding at a deeper level who I am and what I'm capable of, and what is really my purpose for being here, in terms of from the perspective, from the lens of human design. And it has just, wow, like right now I'm diving into this circuitry and the channels, and they're related to the gene keys, because they're 64 gates and there's 64 gene keys, and you'll see that the numbers are similar in your gene keys and in your human design chart. And my hope, and I know this is going to happen, is to be able to offer readings for people where I will be able to look at all of it, your astrology, your gene keys, and your human design, all in like one session, and help you really put it all together. I don't know that there's anyone that does that, and I know that there's a lot of value in doing each one of them separately, but I feel like for me, for some reason, there's a reason why these three have like really caught my attention, and it's astrology, of course, the gene keys, and human design. They're all intricately connected, and I'm starting to see the connections, and it's like blowing my mind. So I have let it go. I've let go of something kind of big this week, and I feel such a weight has been lifted. And I'm wondering if you guys are also feeling the same, kind of wanting to let go and release. And like at this point of my life, it's like it doesn't matter like how people see you. It really doesn't matter how people see you. What matters is that you feel like you're doing the right thing within yourself. And that's what I feel I have been pushed to for this eclipse season. And I'm excited because we are doing a lot of releasing. I mean, we're talking about a total lunar eclipse in Scorpio, where the South Node is, and the South Node it deals with everything that has to do with your past. It's your past, and that can be your past beliefs. your stories that you tell yourself about your life. This can be everything that fits in this category also can be related to past lives and things that we carry on from past lives, which we often call karma, or these karmic lessons that show up. So it's a really powerful time right now. It's almost like the veil is thin during this time between the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse, and everything that is happening right now in your life. Remember, I talked about this when we had the discussion about the new moon solar eclipse in Taurus, that this is setting up a 6-month cycle, and the 6-month cycle will eventually, when it gets to the next eclipse season, which is going to be in the fall, what it's going to do is it'll complete the cycle. So everything that's showing up right now are things that are coming up, and there's a bit of a theme of purging. Like, are you purging? Are you releasing? Are you letting go of anything that is really no longer serving you? And this is in terms of like scorpionic kind of things, which are deep and painful, and there's wounds and there's shadows that you have to face, and they're coming up during this time. And there will be, this eclipse in Scorpio is going to highlight the shadows, unfortunately, but also fortunately, because every time that the moon, which is one of the luminaries, it reflects the light of the sun. So it's our internal reflection of our light. It shines a light on anything that it touches. And so you really have to take a look at where is Scorpio in your chart. And that's a big part of the shadow work that you are doing this year, mostly because the South Node is in Scorpio. So this is not a regular week. These last 2 weeks, like last week and this week, they're just not regular weeks. They are powerful activators. You can become really inspired during this time. You can receive so many powerful, like, intuitive messages, insights. You can start to, because of the theme of these eclipses, you're purging so that you can learn new ways to find stability and new ways to love yourself. This is really about loving yourself, because Taurus has to do with the energy of the second house. And the second house is, yes, it's money, and yes, it's the earth. It represents the earth, so it's also our deep soul connection to the earth and our bodies, like our physical reality. Living in this physical time-space reality in the third dimension is what this, like, Taurus energy is really about. It's fixed, it's solid, it knows itself unless it doesn't. And if it doesn't know itself, what you're going to experience is low self-esteem. You don't know what's important to you. You don't know what your values are, so you don't know what's going to make you feel good. So this is about purging so that you can find what really truly makes you feel good. How really truly you step into your confidence as that fixed earth energy, like, I am here and I am grounded and I am solid. It's finding the solidness through the uneasiness of the energy of Uranus that Uranus is bringing into it as well. Because also normally, if it was just Taurus, it would feel different. But Uranus is here in Taurus as well, and he is, like, requiring us to not get so comfortable in one spot. It's requiring us to dig a little deeper, to, like, where are you putting roots? And maybe even the idea of putting roots in multiple places, not like you're spreading yourself too thin, but understanding that in the new world, we have to innovate. In the new world, we have to find new things, new ways of doing things. And that's very Uranus. Uranus also helps us to understand through a higher perspective, through our higher mind. And when you have this ability to tap into higher consciousness, how we tap into our higher consciousness is where Uranus is in our own natal chart. But then the transiting Uranus also plays a role collectively in that. So as a collective, if you think about the whole planet, we're tapping into higher consciousness right now through this theme of Taurus, which means We need to focus on the earth. We need to focus on this planet, on our planet, because she is our planet. We are human beings. We are the beings that are here to take care of this planet, because we are the planet. So there's so many, you can take these off, into so many branches of ideas. But the main thing that I would take with me during this time is watch what is happening in your life. Because I'm telling you that what is happening right now is like you're either going to trap yourself or liberate yourself. That's it right there. You're either going to trap yourself or liberate yourself. So this means face your fears. This means face your shadows. This means face the shit, because you're not going to have another chance. The door is open. Portals happen when there's eclipses. Portals happen when the planets align with the fixed stars, with the star energy, where they open up the galactic gates. Portals happen when there's powerful astrological transits, and this is definitely one of them. So this is a process. We're in a process right now. So whatever is going on this week in your life is going to tell you a lot about how you are getting through the process, how you're doing, and what you're going to have to keep processing for another 6 months. So if you don't do the release and the purging right now, during this time between the two eclipses, you're going to continue dealing with this theme, and it'll conclude itself in 6 months. So what are you initiating? What are you starting that you want to reach its full completion in a beautiful and powerful way, so that you manifest something that is, I don't even like using the word positive, because negative things can be really good for you. Usually the tower moments are the ones that make us really grow and evolve. And that's how being a human being works. It's like when we're in those dark times, we are so much more in tune, and we tap into a deeper level, greater depth. And that's good. That's a good thing, right? So I just mean, what do you want to see unfold for the next 6 months? And all of your actions and everything you do right now is going to be the activator, the initiator of these next 6 months. I do want to see what you guys are saying in the chat. I noticed that you guys are commenting. Hello, Raessa. Valerie says, I've been releasing a lot of old baggage and opening up to new ways of viewing my present life. I love that. I have felt that way as well. Hello, Lisa. Welcome in. I'm glad and relieved to hear I'm not the only one feeling this. This is such a collective thing right now. It's insane. Megan, how's it going? You are in my mind's eye. I'm telling you, thank you so much for tapping in. Tapped in, turned on. Yes. I mean, it's what I had a big thing happen, and it was no small thing to I really had to face one of it was kind of a big fear for me. And I see that it's because I'm not listening to my nature, and I'm forcing myself to be in situations that are not good for me. And it's not okay to compromise. For projectors, honestly, if anybody's a projector out there, you can't compromise. There is no compromise. It either works or it doesn't. You're either recognized exactly as you're supposed to be recognized, or you're not. And if you're not recognized, it doesn't matter how nice people are. It doesn't matter how they try to recognize you. They're either going to see it or they don't. And if they don't see it, then it's done. There's no reason to go into this, to drag anything on. And unfortunately that happens with relationships, because we have people in our lives that don't recognize who we are. And it doesn't have to be, it can bring up a lot of emotions, because as our whole lives as projectors, all we want is to be seen. It's that's all we want. We just want to be seen, and we just want to be acknowledged and recognized for our gifts, because projectors have a powerful gift, every projector is different, but there's this general theme that they have a really beautiful gift to share. And in their uniqueness, they they are the example of, and they help to guide other people in the world. And if you don't feel that fulfillment, then you're not with the right people. And it doesn't matter how much people don't understand it. It's like, it is what it is. So yes, I'll probably, this weekend we also have, so if you haven't joined the Starseed membership, make sure that you join the membership. This weekend, we're going to have our very first group conversation, group Zoom, group support. And I'll share a little bit more about my personal story. I think that's the appropriate place to share what's been going on with me. But yeah, it's quite fascinating. Valerie says, "Oh my God, that is so true. Seen and heard." Yeah. Oh, Lisa's also a projector, and I feel that also. Yes. It's so important. I'm starting to realize that if I don't know your human design, I honestly don't know how to interact with you. So I need to know your human design in order to fully honor you. And I'm starting to realize that, oh my God, I can't believe like the world doesn't use this as like a regular, like everyone should know this from birth. Like people should learn about this from birth. Like this is something that should be taught in schools, because the most powerful place where this has an effect, where this can have the biggest, most profound effect, is in parenting. And I keep hearing this from many, many people. But first, you can't be like a good parent unless you know yourself. You have to know who you are, and you have to know what your child is, or niece or nephew or whatever, so that you know how to interact with them and how to give them the opportunity to really fully step into their design and their mission. And it's a combination of all of it. It's really a combination of so many things. But man, it's been blowing my mind. So I apologize that I can't stop talking about it, but this is just what's coming up right now. It's funny because when I learn things, when I study things, I get obsessed. Like I read that book. I mean, I picked it up and then I put it down because I had a million other things to do. But all I wanted to do was read the book. Like that's all I wanted to do. I was like, I just want to finish reading the book. It's like, when you're a kid and you're like reading your favorite Goosebumps or whatever, you don't want to stop reading. Anyways, I'm like that. Maybe you guys are not. Not everybody's like that. But when I get into something, oh my God, I could read it from beginning to end in one sitting if people let me. Like that's all I would do is just eat and read until I like put it all in. But I just finished it. And I'm like, whoa, mind freaking blown. So I can't. So this is the thing. And here's what happened. I actually, it's like the magic school bus for me. Like I literally live in the world of the magic school bus. When I start to study something, I've been noticing this. It comes alive in my life. So I started to really study human design, and then, oh my God, did it show me where I was not living my design. And I'm like, oh my God, this is insane. Because then I had to live it. I had to experience it. I had to literally like just, okay, here we go. Time to honor who I am. And it's like, it's not fun when you have to like, set boundaries. Joan says, I'm a manifesting generator. Decades ago, yeah. Which book are you reading for human design? The Richard Rudd, the author of the Gene Keys. He actually, before he did the Gene Keys, he was doing human design for years. I wish he taught a course in human design, but he doesn't, obviously, because he like channeled the Gene Keys. But Richard Rudd on Amazon, look up human design books and you'll find them. There's two of them. Those are the ones that I've been reading right now. And I just love him as an author and the way he explains things. So I was like, 100%, yes, that's what I need to get to begin. So there it is. So what is really happening this week besides just the fact that we're in this sort of like veil thin eclipse season. Tomorrow, Mercury goes retrograde and Jupiter enters Aries. That's huge. Just by themselves, those things are like, they're pretty significant. And then they're happening at the same time on this. I mean, yeah, that's, I think, yeah, I think it's at the same time, if I remember correctly. I'm going to make the video too for this, for the Starseed membership. So I can tell you where they're happening in your chart, and based off of your sun, moon, Venus rising, and then go over the actual like more in detail energies of what it means. But Mercury's literally going retrograde in Gemini, which is his home sign. And so this has to do with you have to literally shut up. Just shut up, shut up, shut it up, just shut up, and reflect. Besides the whole like, oh, technology is affected and things like that. Honestly, like the Mercury retrogrades never really affect me too much. Just every once in a while I'm like, oh, something's like glitching. But what is important, more important than that, is how do you really understand a retrograde? And a retrograde are always times of reflection. So it's time to reflect on your communication, your way of speaking, your way of telling your story, your way of channeling. All of that is big themes, and they start tomorrow. Jupiter in Aries. Jupiter is the biggest planet. We're going to feel that. We're going to feel that so intensely, so heavily. I mean, the eclipse is huge, but the Jupiter changing signs, it's like, okay. Like we have a whole year of Jupiter in a sign, and then it changes to another sign. So this is the beginning of the Aries transit with Jupiter. He will go retrograde, and then he'll go back into Pisces. So right now he's at 29 degrees of Pisces. So when he retrogrades back, whatever was happening now, you might have to revisit. So this is the beginning of the transit of Jupiter through Aries. And this is big energy in terms of action, drive, motivation. What do you want to do? This is the spark of life. Aries has to do with it ignites. It's the ignition. You like turn the key and it's like, that's it. Where you go next, that's Taurus. But think of it that for a year, Jupiter is going to be, where's Aries in your chart? For me, it's in my 10th house. I can't wait for this. This is going to be amazing. Like that means that like initiating action, new things, your creativity sparking to life. It's like the light, the fire that lights up, and then you'll see what happens from there. But I'm gonna bet that wherever Jupiter is, you are going to feel something in your life that's new, and Jupiter will expand this energy. So yeah, what are you beginning? What are these new things that you're beginning? On the 13th, when's the 13th? Friday? Yeah, Friday. Friday, the sun makes a conjunction to the North Node. Soul, destiny coming together. That's gonna bring up a lot of what was, a lot of what we're initiating with the Taurus energy. But it's also uniqueness because of the Uranus energy that's right by there. But Sun conjunct the North Node, 22 degrees too, which is a master number, which is a big number of like manifesting. So that's a moment like your destiny unites with your soul. And so you are like, are you on track? Like shine a light. Where are you at in this process? Maybe you'll get inspired to recommit to this. May 15th. When's the 15th? Sunday or Saturday? Saturday, I think. No, it's Sunday. My brain's like not working right now with calendar dates. Like the Gregorian calendar, I'm like, oh, like it's so crazy. I'm like time zones and all this stuff in astrology. It's like, it's happening when it reaches this degree. Don't ask me what time, you know? But May 15th, we're going to see Chiron and Venus make a conjunction, and the sun make a square to Saturn. So that Saturn square with the sun is going to feel kind of karmic. Like, the squares are the challenging ones. Now, the conjunction with Venus and Chiron will bring up something about, what are you healing? Relationship healing. And relationship healing can definitely happen within relationships, but it also happens within you on your own. So sometimes we don't have the other person present in our lives, whether they've passed on or whether they're just not in our lives anymore, to heal something with them. And so the healing really is a personal thing. But that's what Chiron Venus is, relationship healing, but it doesn't have to be like with an actual person. It's an internal thing that you can experience. And then that night, if you're in Pacific time zone, the eclipse is going to happen at 9:15 p.m. on the 15th. If you're in Eastern time zone, it's going to happen at midnight, 12:15 a.m. Eastern time. But it's basically like that. Basically, we're leading up to it, and this is what's going to happen. I am trying to figure out like when exactly I'm going to do the ceremony and stuff. But this week I will be doing the astrology of the eclipse in Scorpio, and it'll intuitively come to me when I need to do it. I also am going to have family in town, which is insane. So I have to kind of maneuver and like around this crazy energy. And when my family was telling me that they were coming into town, I was like, really? Okay, that date. Okay, sounds good. You know? And that's what's leading up to this eclipse. So Mercury retrograde. Hello, Mama O. Coming into reflection. Jupiter in Aries sparking. Something is coming to life. Something is coming to life. Hopefully that's a good thing. Then you have the energy of the sun making a conjunction to the North Node, and then Venus conjuncting Chiron, and the sun square Saturn. Oh my God, it's a lot. And then the eclipse. Like, it's going to blow up. Hopefully in a good way. So for the eclipse, it's wherever you have Scorpio in your chart is where you're going to feel the intensity of that. So let's see what the cards say. I don't like these little green bubbles around me. All right. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, teachers, for being here with us this evening. I would like to ask to clear the energy of the cards as well as my energy, so I can be this open channel of grace, wisdom, and intuition to flow through, and for us to receive a message, something that we need to hear, whether you're watching live or watching the replay, about this week and how to handle the energy of the week, work with the energy of the week, understand the energy of the week, in whatever symbolism is best and the most easy for us to understand. Satnam. Of course it falls. The Taurus energy is big this week. And it is, especially with the sun making the conjunction to Uranus. The first card that we got is the Knight of Pentacles. And the knights, usually it's almost like they arrive, they bring something to the table that's really powerful. And because it's the Pentacles card, it talks about earth energy. I think it's about being in your power. in your manifestation, being in your power, being in your strength, seeing the things start to show up, and feeling strong within that energy. So this is a week where it's almost like you have to be, you know, the knight. You have to be solid. And that's what I'm getting from this card is unless you are able to like put the armor on and like just like handle it, you may have a difficult time getting through the week. The challenge card is the Three of Pentacles. So here we go with the Pentacles card again. And this speaks more of celebration. Like how can you find gratitude and love for the things that are actually showing up in your life in your own beautiful way. You may have to find, you know, people that you're working together with. You may have to trust your creativity, trust that energy. Of course, with Jupiter and Aries, this is going to come up a lot because the Aries energy is also the reproductive system. So wherever you have like Jupiter passing through your chart is what the space that holds that energy of the reproductive system. So this is where really truly your creativity lies, is where Aries is in your chart. And so this is a week where we may be challenged, but we really have to learn to work with people. But because I know it's not just work with anyone, it's work with the right people. And if you're working with the right people, you will find the things, you will feel fulfilled as you move forward. I feel this too as well. There's a lot of new connections that are happening in my life, and it's very exciting. And it's also scary because a lot of it is new energy. The next card that we get is the Five of Wands in reverse. This one actually came reversed. So where are you being passive aggressive? Where are you feeling scattered? Where are you feeling like your energy is not moving forward? There's a bit of stagnation, because when we get the Five of Wands upright, this is like aggressive energy. It's arguments, it's competition, it's tension. But when it's reverse, it almost becomes the opposite. Like you're not speaking, you're not saying something that needs to be said. And the more that you do that, the more that's going to affect you, especially your mind, your energy. The Wands is the fire, so your creativity. It's like, are you dimming that creativity? Are you afraid to really say what you want? Say what you want to say. And the wisdom from the ancestors is the Knight of Cups. So this is saying that the universe is bringing something really beautiful to you. It's offering you an opportunity to feel. The universe is offering you, it's coming to you with this cup full of the sacred waters. And the waters represent information. The water is also the Akashic records. That's why in ancient Atlantis, the Atlanteans, they didn't have hieroglyphics on the temples because they didn't need it. Like the water held the information, and every temple had water. So when you look at, if you go check out the Osirian temple, they don't know what it was used for, but they know that there was water that came into it, and there was these pools. There's like it was like an underwater area, and they have no idea what it was for. Because it's like information that really has been lost because there was nothing really written down. So you really have to tap into the Akashic records, which brings us back to this energy of water. What is being presented to you? And I love the river underneath her. What is being presented to you? So the river flows. For one, learn how to flow. That's the message. 2, learn that water is sacred in terms that it actually really does hold information. It's not a metaphor. It's actual information. And when you tap into, the universe is offering you this cup, and the cup is full. The cup is full of information. So it's either going to be, it's like the Holy Grail, right? It's like the Indiana Jones movie. Like, which cup are you choosing? Are you drinking from the right cup? Is really the question. But to really truly understand whether it's about receiving It's about receiving. Are you open to receiving? And if you're not, then obviously you won't feel the blessing from it. The water brings the blessing. And to really truly feel the blessing, to really kind of be in a space of honor for yourself, but also knowing who you are is having the is being worthy. That's the word I'm looking for. Are you worthy of this sacredness? Or are you in any way blocking the sacredness? Because it's being offered and it's here. So this is a week where we can't be passive. We have to actually say what we want to say. We need to allow our creativity to begin to light up, and we need to stand our ground, not in arguments, but stand our ground in terms of know who we are and know what our values are and what is important to us. And that is the key to finding the ability to commit to who you truly are. It's really what's going on. We get the fox as the card of the week. This is really sweet because the fox represents the divine feminine. It's a feminine energy. It also, foxes are really, they're pretty gentle. They're pretty light. So this is about treading lightly. This is not a weighted down energy. This is like a light, flowing, gentle, beautiful, like red and orange energy, which means the second and the first and the second chakra, which also means it all has to do, it's all like the same thing that's kind of interweaving between these cards is, who are you? Do you know who you are? And do you know what you're creating, what you're manifesting? What is your reality in this moment? And that's the question that is coming up for the week. And the reason this is coming up is because of the duality of Taurus, Scorpio. Where are you on that spectrum? You have to start to work with this duality very intensely. We are all working with this duality throughout the whole year. But you have to learn to work with the duality of Taurus and Scorpio in your chart, meaning where are you? Are you closer to stability, or are you closer to like drama and shadows and sort of the dark energy of this spectrum? Do you feel more secure in life, or do you not? To add another layer to this, Scorpio is about our ancestors. So a lot of us are finding new connections with our ancestors, and this is past lives on this planet and past lives on other planets. And you can find out all this information if you get a starseed reading. What your starseed markings are tell you where you've had past lives on other star systems and with other star families, or whether you will, or where you're going to have in the future lives, like future lives. But the important thing to recognize about this is that I actually totally just like lost that train of thought. I was talking about past lives. I was talking about the duality between Taurus and Scorpio, and how it has to do, okay, got it. How it has to do with our ancestry. So this year is also a year to connect with your ancestors. And I'm talking about ancestry, period. It's not like what kind of blood type do I have? Like what's in my actual DNA? Who is my actual, because we get lost in finding the details of it. And I'm not referring to ancestry in that way. I'm referring to ancestry in a more broad way. And it has to do with, do you understand ancestry and how to connect with our ancestors? Our ancestors are everyone. Everyone is our ancestors. And the further you go back to star families and star systems that seeded this planet. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about legacy. I'm talking about connecting back to our true roots. It's not a political thing. It is very much a divine consciousness, collective consciousness, the ability to feel that we are literally everything and everyone. We are the universe. We are the fractals. So this is another theme that is present right now in our lives, and it is: are you connecting to your ancestry? Period. It's actually exciting because this is where ancestry is one of the things we're going to be talking about on our retreat with Rodin from Bami Spirit, or Water Baby as her channel used to be called. We're doing a retreat in Sedona at the end of July. We're going to be announcing it. So next week we're going to be live. Tomorrow I'm going to be live with my friends from doTERRA, and then next week I'm going to be live with Lola or Rodin here to talk about our retreat. So there's just so much just blowing up right now. And you have to truly follow your, this is about being yourself, finding what is important about you and completely following that, and not veering because you want to please somebody else. This is strictly your life will work and you will be successful if you follow your design. And that has to do with astrology, gene keys, human design, everything. The success comes when you follow who you are and what you were designed to do. And remember that all of these things you chose, your soul chose to incarnate as this, with this, so that you can affect the planet in this specific way. And that's how powerful this week is. Hello, Veronica. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. I ordered a book on human design. Apparently, I am a manifesting generator, eager to read what that really means. It's fascinating stuff. A lot of people, most of the population of the planet are generators, either pure generators or manifesting generators. The rest of the types are a little bit more rare. The one after that would be manifestors, and then even more rare are the projectors, and even more rare are the reflectors. It's pretty amazing and powerful stuff. So just know that this is a big week, and just keep doing your best and trying to understand where you're at, and keep purging and cleansing and releasing. Don't hold on to anything. Just let it go. Just let it go. Thank you guys all so much for being here today. I will be back tomorrow. There's not going to be a preview because we're going to go live directly from Zoom, but just look out for the notification. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe so you get the notification. Hit the notification bell, and we'll be live tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern to talk about Gua Sha. And then I'll be back on Wednesday for the Magic of Venus. We'll do our lunar eclipse astrology on Thursday. Friday, I'm going to be off. And then I'll be back on Sunday in the Starseed membership. And in the evening, I'm thinking most likely I'm going to do the ceremony Sunday night, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll see what happens. A lot can happen between now and then. I hope that you guys have a beautiful rest of your week, a beautiful rest of your evening. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please share these videos out. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube will recommend me to other people that like similar content. And honestly, because of this, because as a projector, I can't push myself out there. Other people have to do that for me. I have to be seen, and the right people will be drawn to me. That's why you want to share it. If you want to help this community and that energetically, that's how you can do it. And the right people will find me. The more people that see me, the more people that will find me that resonate. And that's how we'll all grow. All of us will grow. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a beautiful night. And Yeah, enjoy this powerful, powerful time. Sat Nam.